over here. The cat in the hat is about to appear. He's whizzing over to whisk you away on a fabulous journey today.
He's coming!
Now he's arrived in the thingamajigger, the thing that drives. He's a cat and he zoodles of fun with his hairy helpers thing 2 and thing 1. Wherever you're at, the cat in the hat knows a lot about. He knows a lot about. He knows a lot about. He knows a lot about that.
The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss.
This popular children's tale tells the story of two children called Sally and Sam, who are left home alone when their mother goes out for the day. Their day begins the same as any other and they are starting to feel very bored, wishing that something interesting would happen. Suddenly, they're visited by a mysterious cat who assures them that their mother will not mind him being there. After he is let in, the cat causes havoc on the home, smashing and dropping items. Although this is quite funny, the cat is causing problems for the children as they later have to explain what has happened to their mother. Compounding this is the fact that the cat has brought over his two friends, Thing 1 and Thing 2, who contribute to the destruction of the home. After a chaotic day, Sally and Sam's mother returns home and the children must decide what to tell her about their day. At the end of the story, the reader is asked, what would you do if your mother asked you?
Good morning, everyone! Let's now dig deeper on a story of The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. Let's start off with the information about the author.
Theodore Seuss Geisel was born in Springfield, Massachusetts, and earned his BA from Dartmouth College in 1925. He began working as an illustrator and humorist for several publications and in the advertising industry. During this time, his work often contained racist and sexist stereotypes, and his work wasn't brilliant from the start. He worked hard, however, and eventually began writing children's books under the now familiar name Dr. Seuss. After a rocky start, his work gained popular momentum and he signed with the publisher Random House. In 1984, Dr. Seuss was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for his contribution to children's literature. The Cat in the Hat, originally published in 1957, is arguably Dr. Seuss' most famous and widely read work.
Elements of the story. The characters.
The first character is the cat. We consider the cat as the static character of the story. In the whole flow of the story, its character didn't change, which is being playful and adventurous cat. The cat is described as having a human-like character and being striped with red and white. He is very playful cat and insists on taking the children on adventurous playtime with him. He gets too carried away with playing pranks and ends up having a massive mess in the house. The second character are the things. They are considered as a static character in the story. They only do what the cat has told them to do in the story. The Thing 1 and Thing 2 are unknown creatures that are released by the cat from the red box. They are eventually stopped by the cat and the mess they made is cleared with his magic.
The third character is Sally and Sam. They are considered as round character. Fully developed character, they are real person that is included in the story. Sally and Sam are brother and sister who live a typically normal and boring life that is disturbed when the cat arrives. They are put out at the mess the cat creates with his tricks and pranks and do not seem to share his enjoyment in causing havoc. The fourth and the last character is the fish. It is considered as foil character. It is because it contrasts the main character, which is the cat.
Point of view. The story is written in third person omniscient. The author presents all-side dialogues of all the characters. All of the thoughts and ideas of every character is narrated by the author.
The setting. The Cat in the Hat shows up at Sally and her brother's house on that one rainy day when the mother is away. There, the Cat in the Hat shows the kids some tricks to entertain them, all while his minions called Thing 1 and Thing 2 wreck their house.
The plot.
There are two types of plot. The first one is cumulative and the second one is the circular. Cumulative because of the repetition of phrases. And the second one is circular because the story starts at the house and it ended at the same place.
The tone. The story is written in a simple and cheerful tone. It is made to be read by the children and the repetition of phrases makes it more fun to be read.
The writing style. There is a repetition of phrases and the way it is written is simple. It could be easily understood by a kid, which is why it is under the children's story genre. The themes.
Normality and chaos. Before the cat arrives, the children live a normal life. The cat represents a force of chaos and destruction, entering the home and creating a big mess. In this story, Seuss shows that chaos is not always as fun and exciting as it might seem, and sometimes lead to a lot of trouble. Second one is, what would you do if there is something that you think is wrong? At the end of the text, the reader is asked, what would they do if in the children's situation? Would they lie to their mother about the cat's visit, or would they tell their mother the truth? The Cat in the Hat frequently invites the reader to imagine what they would do in a children's situation, asking them to consider abstract concepts as responsibility and honesty in a simple way.
The issues.
We spotted three major issues in the story, which are the wrongness, social expectations, and lying. First is the issue of wrongness. In the story, Sally and Sam had a very different view of what is right and wrong. The first negative experience we had was when the two children allowed the cat, which is a stranger, enter their home. The reader might do this in real life as well. Conversing with strangers might lead to a larger issue, putting them in dangerous circumstances. Other situation was when the children were fascinated by the cat, even though what he was doing was dangerous. It is never appropriate to do wrong things just to please people. Next is the issue of social expectations. In the story, the cat invited himself in and started taking action. What the cat did was not an appropriate behavior. In several ways, the cat's conduct in Sally and Sam's home is unacceptable, particularly given that he is a stranger in the first place. This idea may be misinterpreted by the reader. Last is the issue of lying. At the end of the story, the reader is left to wonder if they would tell their mom what had happened. The cat told the kids at the end of the story that their mother wouldn't mind what had happened in their home. This situation may be misinterpreted by the children who have read the story. They may believe that lying is beneficial, when in fact it is harmful. There are some ideas that younger children can grasp more deeply, such as the idea of white lies, which refers to what the children might do since it was not revealed in the end of the story.
The values.
One of the values that we have found in the story is the concept of responsibility. Overall, this story teaches children to be responsible for their actions. The Cat in the Hat enters the children's lives and causes a big mess, and they realize that they have to take responsibility and clean it up before their mother returns home. Another one is beware of who you let into your house. Dr. Seuss books in general are filled with valuable lessons, and The Cat in the Hat is no exception. He doesn't care if he is flashy, funny, and fun. If you let the cat in the hat into your home, you are going to have a mess to deal with. Whether an employee, partner, or investor, focus on substance, not flash. Yes, the cat in the hat will help you get noticed, but as they inevitably create problems in their pursuit of excitement, you will discover the few cats in the hat have a thing 1 and thing 2 to clean up their messes.
That would be all, and thank you.
Come over here, the cat in the hat is about to appear. He's whizzing over to whisk you away on a fabulous journey today.